It is a complex relationship between the two countries. On one hand, politicians trying to score points blame China for taking our jobs, unfair trade practices, keeping their currency values too low against the dollar. But on the other hand, China has saved this country economically time and time again and is one of our best trading partners. This visit by the vice president is more than symbolic. This is the reality of our time, that the U.S. and China will be close friends, or at least business partners, for generations to come. Now, to talk more about this, Joe Weisenthal, the deputy editor for the Business Insider, joins me from our New York studio. Hey there, Joe. What's going on here?
How you doing?
Good. Why do you think American companies are not able to invest in their own infrastructure? Why do they need China's help?
Well, I think there's kind of a complex issue. There are a lot of different
California, a lot of the workers will in fact be American workers. But when you think about what goes into some of these projects, the people at the top, the planners, a lot of them, the bigger people on these projects, will be from China. So it's pretty interesting. Let's talk about something else that's going on too, not just in California. It's something interesting, at least that I found. It appears China, which is the largest outside lender to the U.S., has reduced holdings of U.S. treasuries by about $30 billion. They say they instead want to devote more money to assist Europe in addressing the debt crisis. I don't really ever quote Michelle Bachmann, but, she posed the question, is China our sugar daddy? And maybe the question is China now everyone's sugar daddy?
Well, it's complex. I mean, first of all, I would actually...
business in Washington was so dysfunctional it couldn't be
right.
done. What do you see moving forward, Joe, with this relationship with China? Certainly, the vice president, who's in LA right now, was in Iowa yesterday and in Washington a few days ago. Definitely slated to be the next president of China, seen as a little different from the current president, Hu Jintao. So talk a little bit about, does anything change, or does this relationship sort of stay status quo?
Well, it probably will stay status quo in the sense that I don't think there's going to be some radical change in the relationship.
About some of the rhetoric that's out there, certainly coming from a lot of places, including the White House. Let's hear from President Obama real quickly and then talk about it.
American workers.
Oh, really optimistic there by the president. America will always win because we have the best workers. But why then do we see so many situations in which, for example, that iPhone story that came out a few weeks ago, that why America lost the iPhone work, because the workers are better and more efficient in China. Talk a little bit about, is this rhetoric versus reality, or is it just two different situations?
Yeah, I think Obama is probably spinning a bit of a tale there. The fact that
All right, Joe Weisenthal, deputy editor for the Business Insider in our New York studios.